This is welcome to Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live, where we play different jaw harps from around the world. And to those of you who are new, just scrolling by, jaw harp is a very old school style of musical instrument with a vibrating reed that creates a spectrum of overtones. And your mouth is an excellent acoustical resonating chamber. Check out the harp. When you just play it, doesn't do much, but you put it up against your mouth to amplify the acoustics of it, and just check out what is happening. Gonna adjust the camera angle. We're live on YouTube, the Harpery, and also on TikTok at Jaw the Harp. So, what harps is everybody into? What have you been up to? I've been playing a lot with the metronome. My mother-in-law found a metronome at an antique store, an actual metronome. I have a metronome app on my phone, but I really prefer the clickiness of an actual metronome, and they're cool. They you wind them up. See where it goes. And I like the visual aspect of it. However, Miss Mittens does always want to attack it. We'll turn the dinger off. Having a Bell's Two Hearted IPA this evening. That's what beverage is on the docket. What harps has everybody been playing? I've been playing some Mohan. Been playing some of my own harps. Also playing God of Sev. As well as a lot of Ovcharenko. Really been playing a lot of Ovcharenko. Stormblast says, is it lagging for everyone else? That is a good question. Comment below. Is it lagging? Is the internet lagging? Because we're actually doing 2 streams at the same time. How long have you been transitioning? That's an interesting question. Like, I like to be playing one steady thing on the jaw harp, one steady rhythm, and then transition to another rhythm while keeping the same time. And that's why the metronome, the metronome, has been so instrumental in being able to do that, because you want to, when you're transitioning from one rhythm to another, you want it to fit in the same timing or keep on beat. What is that? I would like one. This is a jaw harp. This is a Ovcharenko Yggdrasil from theharpery.com. Yeah, it's all called Tree of Life and Yggdrasil. Same thing, but yeah, they're really pretty. The newer ones, this is an older one. The newer ones are much more pretty because they have a lot of artwork going up and down the frame. You see I'm doing a mute there with an overhand grip. I'm bringing my thumb up. Hi, I used to watch your videos on YouTube. Oh, cool, nice. And you can also get it from a rested grip. But I have a cut on my finger right there because I do sheet metal work on the heating and air field for a living. So I'm not getting good mutes there. And my best mutes as of late, because I've been playing a lot of overhand Yakutian style, is to get my mutes right here. There's with the mute on it. I'm just using my thumb, just basically to deaden the harp or dampen the vibration a little bit. Kind of like you would if you were playing guitar and you did, I think it was called a palm mute. Then when I bring the mute off, just listen to the sound. Some of these comments crack me up. I don't even know what that is. Good form, though. You can see and hear when I throw that mute in there. Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, yes, I get a lot of comments that people are seeing it on Red Dead Redemption. So a big thank you to the makers of Red Dead Redemption for putting even a jaw harp in the game, because that brings so much more attention to the harping. Oh, Nostalgia just sent me 2 flowers. Oh, thank you. I don't know what flowers do. Can somebody comment what a flower does on TikTok? But I do like flowers in real life because bees like flowers, and bees rule. Okay, let's play another harp. Let's go another Ovcharenko. We've got some Ovcharenko coming in at theharper.com, so I'm just playing and brushing up on some of my older Ovcharenko. The newer Ovcharenko have much more artwork done on them. What's that jaw harp made out of anyways? Let's see, I've been playing some steel ones. I played a brass one. This one's made out of, I believe the frame's stainless and the reed's stainless, which is pretty uncommon in harps. Most of the time you don't find stainless harps with a stainless reed. However, Ovcharenko does stainless very well. In general, I do prefer high carbon steel reeds, but certain varieties of stainless, depending on how they're done, do very well as well. There's that rested mute again. If life gives you a cut on your finger, vary up your muting. It must take a lot of skill to do this right. Well, to just pick up a real jaw harp and start making noise, it doesn't require much skill. Just so long. Most people who try to play the jaw harp and fail, it's because this one right here, the Snoopy harp, Civil War jaw harp, bluegrass jaw harp, hillbilly jaw harp, they're a toy jaw harp that doesn't make any noise and they can break your teeth. So stay away from these because you're not going to get anything out of these. How are you, O'Connor? A lot of people comment that I look like but anyways. Oh, hello, somebody knows my name. But the first thing on a harp is getting your grip right. Grip it in a way, and we'll just go more of a standard frame. It's an Austrian standard frame, although this is done by Sisolka of the Czech Republic. First your grip, thumb and middle finger, pointer finger rested in front. This is the most common grip that you can do on more varieties of harps than any other grip. Although there are other grips, you see me gripping it like Yakudian style, and there's also the Maranzano style, but most harps are going to respond best to this 2 or 3 point grip, and you want to make sure not to be touching the reed because that dampens the sound, unless you're intentionally doing some muting. But it's on your profile pic. Oh, my name is on my profile pic. Oh wow, I did not know that. Thank you. But yes, and the next thing is going to be plucking within a flat plane. I suggest starting off plucking inward and just straight, flat. If you pluck downward, look what happens. Click, click. It causes the reed or the tongue to twist at that knee bend, which is where most of your side deflection occurs anyways, but it causes it to twist. And if you're plucking like this or like this downward, the harp's not going to play very well, so it needs to be a flat plane. Other than that, I'm using faculties I already use. My breathing, my tongue movement, and also my glottis. There are some glottal stops in English speaking, like when you say the word mitten, we don't actually say the T, mitten, we say mitten. A lot of UK English speakers will use lots of glottal stops, like when they say the words better, butter, and bottle, they don't say the T, they don't say better, butter, bottle, they say better, butter, bottle. The stop occurs here in the glottis, and that's where you're hearing that ringing, that flashing thing. And that's the second person who says they like to play Gorilla Tag. What does that mean? What is Gorilla Tag? On Through the Storm says epiglottis. Yeah, that is your glottis thing in your throat. Somebody says they almost lost a tooth playing a job for the first time. Can you comment what brand of harp it was? Was it the common Snoopy harp? Because those are the notorious tooth killer. Snoopy harps are never recommended. They're very, very stiff. What? Damn, you can play the heck out of that thing. I play it and I enjoy playing it. When you're playing an instrument and you're enjoying yourself, that translates through on the music. Just like when people are responding better to my jaw harp playing now, since I've started playing with a metronome, this keeps me on a steady beat. If not, I tend to range in and out of different beats and not keep time well. And if you're not keeping time well, it won't sound good to people. Because people want to be on a steady beat, a predictable rhythm with some surprises in there. It's that one, the stiff one. Oh yeah, don't put a Snoopy harp in your mouth. I've come out with videos condemning these, and they keep rebranding them. And now instead of just Snoopy harp, they are First Note jaw harp, Trophy jaw harp, Bluegrass jaw harp, Hillbilly jaw harp, and Civil War jaw harp. I think there's one other name, but yeah, they keep just putting this harp in different boxes. This is not a jaw harp. This is a jaw harp-like object. This is a jaw harp in the same way that a brick is a flute. I'm not saying a brick can't be used as a flute, but this thing, you're not going to get good play out of it. It's going to be hard on your teeth. It causes a lot of vibration to transfer into the head. So yeah, if you started out playing a Snoopy harp, you did not have a good experience. Most people who play Snoopy harps are like, oh, jaw harps are garbage. No, it's the harp. But yeah, it's kind of like my closest thing is like trying to play a brick the same way you'd play a flute. Well, it may not be impossible. You will grow tired of the brick as a flute pretty quickly. Let's play something else. I've been getting down on the Goddess set. I've been playing some flat fretted harps. In the past I didn't play a bunch of flat fretted harps, but I've been getting into studying flat fretted designs and how the asymmetricalness of the frame, instead of being, bent at a consistent or ground at a consistent angle on both sides. These are flat on front and milled out on back, so you have kind of an asymmetrical sound. They're very crackly. Oh, my metronome, the metronome, needs wound. And somebody needs to come out with a version of the metronome that looks like a garden gnome so that we can refer to them as meter gnomes. That's just the mouth shape I'm making there with some puffs of air and some glottis. Oh, David Huey shared the live. Thank you, David Huey. Kaylin shared the live. Thank you! Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton was not playing a jaw harp, but what Peter Frampton, I believe, was doing is he had a a tube that went from his guitar that echoed the vibration, just like this reed. This tongue of this jaw harp is vibrating. Peter Frampton was playing a guitar, and there's an attachment where you can plug into your guitar and have a tube go up and sit in your mouth. And in that tube was vibration coming from the guitar, and then he would have his face in front of a microphone, and he was able to manipulate that sound by making different mouth shapes, kind of the same way as you would a jaw. Just the different mouth shape, because your mouth is an excellent acoustical resonating chamber, which changes the sound, the part that's amplified. So yeah, Peter Frampton was doing a mouth resonating instrument in that. It just wasn't a jaw harp, it was coming from his guitar. But yes, good comment. Do you know any jaw harp musicians? Yeah, Neptune Chapotin of Third Pulse. I hope I said it right. I am a horrible pronunciator of people's names. Neptune Chapotin, Aaron Zalagi, Olena Utai, Nico Cornelius, Damon Cochran. There's a whole bunch of jaw harp musicians and people that play along with bands too. The Who has the HU, the Who. Maybe it's Mongolian metal group uses jaw harp in their music. Also, Gojira, one of my favorite metal bands, Gojira has a jaw harp in their song. If you look up Amazonia by Gojira, it's Gojira. Very cool. What is your harp oil again? This isn't anything fancy. This is just coconut oil from a store, and I kept a jelly jar. We ate at a place one time in Denver, a place called Elway's. John Elway made it, and we're Broncos fans, so we stopped and ate it, and it was a really good place to eat. I was impressed. But and along with your bread they brought out, they had little tiny jelly jars of like artisanal, would it be artisanal or craft jelly? And I kept the jar, and that became my oil. I just heat up coconut oil till it's liquid by running it under hot tap water, just the jar, and then open up the jar and pour it in there. Or you can just take a spoon and stuff it in there, which I think is what I did with that's why there's a little gap in there. But yeah, it's just coconut oil. Let's see, what should we do? A draw starter? Should we do something really saturated, really melodic, or a draw starter? Just comment below. Ooh, you stole Steeler. No, I did not steal this. This was you got your own jelly that was given to you along with the bread, and you'd open it up and you put it on the bread, and when you were done with it, you just take the jelly with you. The waiters and waitresses would be like, yes, take the jelly, because we'll just throw it away when you're done. But yes, your own little artisan, and it came in this excellent little thing. I would also, Carmex jars don't work as well, but these Carmex jars, you could save them and put your coconut oil in there. Okay, what else should we put? Oh, we could play the Kaoshim. This is a Chinese mouth resonated instrument. That's a lot of numbers. What do you use the oil for? This keeps the harp from oxidizing. Because the harp gets wet, and then it's metal, and it can oxidize, it can rust. Most common places you see rusting on a harp is right at the tips, because people a lot of times will wipe off of them, they'll wipe oil on them, and then they'll miss this portion in here. So when you're oiling, get your finger in there and really get the oil all the way up there. However, in a pinch, you can do what Dernovoy says to do. Alexander Dernovoy out of Ukraine, he wipes his harps free and clean of moisture after play, and then just takes his fingers and rubs his fingers on there really well, because your hands do contain an oil as well. Hey, my dude, serious question. No tomorrow. There won't be a tomorrow, or no to tomorrow? Yes, there is no live for tomorrow. I was going to play the Kaoshim. I had a video that blew up and got several 100,000 views of me playing this, but I refer to this as a Kujan. That is not correct. It is Kaoxian, and that's as close as I can pronounce to it. It's a Chinese musical instrument. It's got 3 fans, and you put them in front of the mouth. What? I don't play the Kaoshim much. I think I play more often would be the for lip played harps. This is a Vietnamese Dan Moi, and they come with little protective and decorative wrapped bamboo things, and they're on a string. However, for the harps I keep for my personal collection, I take the string off there because I just find that the strings get tangled around other harps. Yes, it is a metronome. Any tips for the jaw harp? Yes, first work on your grip. Get yourself a good, correct grip, and then pluck it straightly and let the harp resonate and ring out before you pluck it again. A lot of people, and myself included, when I first started playing the harp, I'd see how fast I can pluck it, which is cool, but it kind of robs you of all the articulation you could be doing out of each pluck. So I would suggest first, right off the bat, to start playing the harp and letting it ring out for as long as possible before you pluck it again, just so that you can get used to articulating, and then also locking yourself in a rhythm. See, what was I gonna play? Oh, here's one I don't play a ton, and you don't see a lot. It's a separate discipline. This is a Indonesian gengong. However, this one's made by the Japanese maker Steve Kinwald, or a guy from Japan named Steve Kinwald. Steve Kinwald makes really high quality lip played instruments. He also makes susap. Yeah, I'll play a couple harps by Steve Kinwald. Yeah, this is the gengong, and this is a string pulled. I'm not tapping this or flicking this. I'm actually keeping tension, and I'm getting it to ring out. Can I get a good pluck on this? Let's see. I get better play out of this when it's facing inward. Joshua Flamer, share the live. Oh, thank you. And this is not the traditional way to play it. I just find other ways of playing it where you're plucking like this. I tend to get a lot more up and downward motion on it. I want to pluck on a flat plane, so I do kind of a non-traditional pluck where I hold it, like if you've ever shot a bow. I'll take and I'll hold it, and I'll knock it right up against my jawbone. So it's a good place to rest, because one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to have it floating all around. I want to keep it at a consistent distance from my mouth. That provides me a good rested position, and this frame right here, keeping my arm just in line like I'm shooting a bow, keeps it kind of locked into place. And the other thing is I like to bring my other elbow up so that I'm just having to worry about pulling on a flat plane. Because when my arm's down here, I get a lot more upward and downward pulls, which is wasted vibration, which kills the vibration of it. So I find it's easiest for me to knock it right in the crook of there, put it up against my jawbone, and Bent Dog 079, share the live. Oh, thank you for all the shares. That really helps reach more people. And we'll play another variation. This is the kabing from the Philippines. However, this is a Steve Kinwald build as well. I really like Steve Kinwald, his work. He does really high quality. There's a lot of your bamboo and wooden harps and palm harps aren't high quality, but pretty much everything Steve Kinwald puts out is really good. And he doesn't make these very often. These are kind of rare to find, the ones with the bent handle. And I asked him why that was. He says it has to be like old, really super hard special bamboo. Like the regular straight ones you can make out of more regular, easy to find bamboo. And this stuff, I think this stuff might have been cured 10 years. I'm not sure. Looks like a wooden candy cane. Yeah, musical candy cane. And I'm doing another thing. I'm bracing against my jawbone because I don't want the harp going back and forth. I mean, you could go like this, but I like to brace right up against the jawbone. That's why I like this design, because it really fits well. Yeah, I do like the sound as well. Like with a lot of jaw harps, it sounds like very ancient, but also very futuristic. And these are very old styles of musical instruments. I believe the oldest find of a jaw harp was style instrument was in the Altai regions of Russia, and I think that was 17 BCE was when that was found. However, like things like the kubing, the karinding, the susap, the gingong, those could date back really far into history. We wouldn't know it because something like this does not fossilize. The people of Papua New Guinea have a susap, and they immigrated to, or people came and arrived at the Papua New Guinea islands, scientists think, like 50 to 60,000 years ago. So how far back do jaw harps go? I don't know. Let's look at a very experimental style of jaw harp. This is a jaw harp it was made by Wayland Harmon out of Idaho, and it's lip resonated as well, but you rub up and down. This is called the Scratch-a-more. He invented this. What's one of your most oldest jaw harps? Oldest, like just oldest in age or oldest in design? Comment below and I'll end with that one. It's just a very interesting experimental style of jaw harp. I would also like sometimes I just will sit down here and just make alien noises. Oh, hi, Jilby. I like you. You're a cool person. Let's see. Let's find the susap. Is it susap or suzap or susap? Let's see. Where is my susap? Susap, now where you gone off to? And the oldest jaw harp, yeah, I'll just go this one. I know that's out of there. I don't know where my susap is. Miss Myth may have ran off my susap. However, that's not fair just to blame her without her input. I don't know where the susap went. Yeah, I don't know where my susap is at. We'll play another harp by Wayland Harmon. This is the Clackamore. You can call me. Well, what do you need called about? Now somebody's saying you can call me. But I really like that one song, "Call Me Al." Is that by Paul Simon? But yeah, what do you need called about? You could probably message me or just send an email to theharpery@gmail.com. Porky Miller will forward it to me. But now, in general, I do not give out my phone number. Want to play around with a jaw harp? What's a safe and effective one for a beginner? These are good questions. Good questions. And I am a fan of a good ramble or good explanation, so I appreciate all of the good questions. It gives me reasons to use my words. Go to theharpery.com. There's a beginner section with write-ups on different jaw harps. There's a ton of different places you can start on the jaw harp. The term beginner jaw harp, it's not a thing. Beginner jaw harp just means it's one of reasonable quality and ease to play to start out with. 2, it makes decent sound and you can actually make jaw harp style music on it. And 3, it's affordable enough that people can get into it. Because most people don't want to start on like a $100, $160 Shipanov, which those are excellent harps. But for like $40, $50 and under, you can get awesome, excellent jaw harps. That's what I suggest. Go to theharpery.com, click on the beginner page, and look at that. There's Beckvana going on there. If you can afford Mohan are really killer. Let's see, what was he going to play? Oh, yeah, we're going to play the Clackamore. What's your favorite metal jaw harp you have? I don't have a favorite. I have so many different good jaw harps, and it's kind of like food. You get into different flavors of jaw harps, but like my most harps from a maker that I own the most of are absolutely Mohan Morchang, because like For under $50, $60, you can get a harp that out of Russia or Ukraine would be $100 to $160. So yeah, Mohan is. If I had to pick one jaw harp maker, I'd pick Mohan because they're low cost, extreme high quality, and he does everywhere from extremely deep bass on up to like tiny little high pitched harps, and they're all good. Now, somebody asked my most expensive jaw harp. We've been live 30 minutes. My goodness, we're going to wrap this up here in a minute, but probably one of my oldest is going to be original J.R. Smith. Most of the time, J.R. Smiths you find are absolute garbage. This one, however, came off of J.R. Smith's wall when he died. His widow sold it. There used to be a signed paper saying this is authentically from his workshop, one of his personal harps, and it is, I would say, approaching Babayev quality. I think that's this one. Let's see here. Oh, this harp's so melodic. What's your smallest jaw harp? It's gonna be a Mohan. I'll play a couple Mohan just because I got on that Mohan kick. I'm like, buy Mohan, they're the best. They are, for the money. I think they're the best harp. They're my favorite harp. A lot of people like the glass ring for the money. If you're into saturation, I prefer Mohan for a cleaner sound harp. Where is my tiny Mohan harp? Where are you, Mohan? I don't know where my tiny Mohan is. I do. I don't honestly know. I'll have to look for that and keep that handy because it is that Mohan. It's like that big and it sounds absolutely beautiful. Here's a Mohan. Oh no, that's Begvana. Some of the Begvana look almost exactly like Mohan. Let's play a Mohan traditional Morchang low. Morchang are traditionally very high pitched, so this is a really high pitched harp, but this is on the lower scale of that. What's the learning curve with a jaw harp? Very easy at first, and then gradually you can get into some complex things as you get into music and timing and arranging overtones in a way that you can create improvised melodies. What beer are you drinking, sir? Oh, I'm drinking Bell's Two Hearted. Dude, I bought one and chipped a tooth. Can you comment? Was it off the internet? Was it like a Snoopy? Did it look like this? Was this the tooth chipper? This is most often when I hear somebody chipped a tooth on a jar. It's this one. Don't play the Snoopies because they're not even really a real jaw harp. They're kind of an imposter of a jaw harp because you can't do jaw harp things with them. They transfer a ton of vibration in the head. They're very non-sensitive. They don't respond too much, and they're hard on your teeth. Don't buy the Snoopy. This is a Mohan traditional Morchang low. Is that on the website? Oh yeah, these are the Mohan traditional low are on the website. They're going to be more aggressive reed, and they're going to be a lot louder. When you get the Mohan mid-range and Mohan low, you probably want to start off on one of those as opposed to the traditional Mohan Morchang. Let's go into one of his bass because he makes everything from like really, really deep bass to mid-range to about everything. Here's one of his bass. I think that's one of his bass. What are them things called? Jaw harp. This is a Rajasthani morchang. This is a newer style that Rajasthan is doing in the lower tones. Normally, it used to be just high pitched tones, but I do have a Dan one. Those are from the 1800s, right? Oh, way, way before that. They were around in the 1800s, especially uh, in America at like fur trappers and trade posts and stuff like that. But they date way farther back into history than that, to 17th century BCE in Asia, in the Altai region of Russia, was the oldest archaeological find where one was made out of a horse bone. But they're found in Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, the Philippines, Japan, uh, Russia, Ukraine, uh, Germany, France, uh, also Norway. There's a ton of different. It dates back really far into history, and I would even venture to say prehistory, say, being that the people of Papua New Guinea have it. Did they transport that from Asia 50 to 60,000 years ago, or was it something that they just discovered on their own? Was it just convergent discovery? Somebody keeps commenting on the Dan Moy. I'm gonna play a double tongue Dan Moy. Thing about Dan Moy is they're affordable, they're really sensitive, but if you hammer on it, play it a lot, you will eventually break it. So when you are playing a Dan Moy, don't play it really aggressive. If breaking it will be breaking your only harp. But I'm going to play this one a little bit aggressive. This is a double tongue. The double tongue are oftentimes a little bit stouter because they are terminated different. The single tongue terminate like this, double tongue like this. Double tongue got a little bit more snap to them. Best beginner option out of the maker you just mentioned. The Mohan, I would say a Mohan mid range. I would just get yourself actually go to theharper.com and get yourself a Rhombus Merchunga. If you scroll down, like you can even quick check out with it. Where's that? Rhombus Merchungas are really, really cheap. They're about $30 including shipping. They're really easy to play fast. They accept a wide variety of styles. They're not very big though. If you follow Jaw Harp, it's JAAWHARP here on TikTok. You'll see him playing this a lot, and you'll see he actually has a tattoo of this harp on his forearm. Yeah, the Harper, yes, theharpery.com. Whether it's inverted or not, boom, harper.com. Just click on the beginner page. I think this is the third one down from the top. You can click on it and check out. They're really affordable. Person site shared the live. Oh, thank you. Now, somebody wanted to play the damn way, and we're going to wrap it up with that. Thank you so much. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Be sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them old, and most of all, be good to each other. I love y'all. Harp out. Love y'all. Thank you for the followers. How do I end this? End the live stream. End it now. I love y'all. See y'all next Sunday.